Evading hostiles.
The birth of space piracy. In 2275. This usually happens within like 2 years of the game starting. Naval intelligence has reported several attacks on civilian shipping and airspace within the last few months. The perpetrators appear to be deserters and other renegade elements from Midgard. These criminals have put together a makeshift space fleet out of heavily modified civilian hulls and are preying on our vulnerable space routes in the Favalian system. They now call themselves the Crimson Commando. Though crude, their vessels are a clear threat and cannot be ignored. That's the other side of the nation. Great.
Spaceport offline.
Raiders are a bigger issue right now. Really confused about what Hyperlane Registrars does now. It increases the range that your starbases can collect trade from. Normal speed, that's why things are taking a while. Resolution has been passed, so up next we've got Comfort the Fallen, which is one of the ones that I am sponsoring. We just need to remember to sponsor another one after that one has gone through. Spaceship is no longer moving. You've come back to Jorvik. Ah no, you're an archaeology excavation. Well, we now know that there is archaeology over there, so you go ahead and excavate that. And you are a scoot, so you need to scoot a boot. So you can head on over there. And begin scooting those. Marvelous.
System survey concluded.
Yeah, we definitely need to get more naval capacity. Our fleet's too small.
System survey concluded.
Keep having to turn around. But at least they're not getting any repairs done. Raiders hit Home Guard. Damn it, they killed 4 people. Wreck the last slavers have landed on Home Guard. Attack shuttles hit several outlying settlements on the moon, rounding up colonists and transporting them back to in chains to the Raiders' orbiting fleet. Does that mean they're going to leave? Duamax! We have bashed enough. No more bashing needed now. Our ship holds full. We go back to the Singularity now, yes? Oh, are you kidding me? We're next door. Go. The race is on.
Research station
Ah!
offline.
Fortunately, I'm not sure that I'm going to ever catch them. They're just too fast. Yeah, see, they teleport so flipping quickly. We need to basically get to Farragon, and unfortunately, the further away they get, the more spread out we become.
Without incident.
And that's kind of dangerous. Yeah, they're just faster than we are, even with our upgraded hyperlanes.
System survey concluded.
I really wish it would just say on this screen what the bloody skill they gained was. Survey speed and archaeology speed. Alright, cool. Are we going to catch you before you escape here? Ah, tradition. So, it is time for us to make a decision. Are we going to go for domination, which we now know has nothing to do with vassals? Harmony, which is leader lifespan, which, considering our genetic modifications, makes a lot of sense. Time taken for unemployed pops to demote is sped up. Better defensive bonuses. Governing ethics attraction, which is something we do. Stability. Harmony is actually looking really, really juicy right about now. Also reduces Empire Sprawl from pops. And the majority of our Empire Sprawl right now is from pops. Domination, meanwhile, reduces the cost of clearing blockers. We've already done that. Increases governor level cap. That will increase by 1 because we're already at 9. Capital buildings and housing provides +1 housing each. That's housing buildings, not districts. And I almost never build the housing buildings because building cities is so easy. Unlocked edicts, surveillance, crime has not been a problem. Ruler level cap, yeah, I don't think those are very good. Supremacy is going to be starbase capacity increase and army damage. Ship build cost reduced, ship build speed. Upkeep reduced, naval capacity. Fleet command limit and admiral cap. Ship fire rate and bombardment damage and starbase damage. I mean, if we wanted to do fighting, we could do that. Diplomacy if we wanted to start a federation. We could try to reunite with the Norse unity with diplomacy. So there are 4 options here. I think all of them make sense. Domination probably makes the least sense. Possibly also diplomacy, just because we've done very little actual diplomacy because we're just such a superpower at the moment. But harmony and supremacy, I think harmony makes the most sense. But I could honestly make an argument for any of them. Which path? Question mark. So the options, once again, domination, harmony, supremacy, diplomacy. And we'll make this a 2-minute vote because this is quite an important topic again. Alright. Domination, harmony, supremacy, or diplomacy? Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. What do you think we need to do? Diplomacy lets you form a federation, which lets you start leveling it up. It takes some time to level a federation, and they become extremely powerful once they are high rank. Yeah, I know. That was why I was so turned off by Federations DLC. Oh goody, a way to make the game even more static. Brilliant. Alright, about a minute to go. 2 of the choices coming very close to each other at the moment. The other 2, not so much. There is 1 vote between harmony and supremacy right now. Just 1. It's that close. Keeps on going back and forth by 1 vote. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Argyle, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. How's the intel on the Devouring Swarm? Good question. I'll wait until this vote is done, then I will go and check. Okay, Pyro Pup contributed 18,000 channel points. Thank you very much for that contribution. Domination has joined the rarefied ranks of getting 0%. So, not domination. Not a single person has voted for that. Diplomacy came in with 4%. But this truly was between supremacy and harmony. And even though harmony honestly makes a hell of a lot more sense for the empire we have, supremacy is just such a powerful tree. So, supremacy it is. Even though we've done basically no actual fighting this entire game. So thematically it makes the least sense. Starbase capacity goes up, army damage goes up. Alright. Yeah, they got away.
Research concluded.
Aye!
System survey
Attention to
concluded.
Amax. Our warriors grow bored and cause much trouble. Much fighting with each other. Many dead, but we have a solution. We send our craziest warriors to fight for the Dwamax in exchange for credits. If you want best mercenaries in Galaxy, hurry up now before it is too late. Oh, we just got to research. Physics. I think I want cold fusion reactor. Yes. Alright, so you lot are going to need to pretty much head back up over there. You know what, let's go via Tiralam, seeing as that's where we were going anyway. That does mean that we can now actually turn these guys back on again, so you're on your way over here to Reykjavik, where you will colonize it. Okay. You are survey speed, so you are purely about the surveying and exploration of territories around us. You are just kind of here. Oh, look at that. Pristine jewel. A Gaia world. Right next to the Sacred Guardians. I'm sure that will be fine. There's a place we haven't actually explored yet. And over... Oh, in fact, we haven't explored. Right, it's because they're owned by our minions. We'll get that information soon enough when we integrate them. Meanwhile, construction ship. We have got a fair amount of influence, although influence is going to be ticking up very slowly at the moment. But... no, there's no real point going that way. There's an Arctic world, but that's it. Zaffa is a choke point, though. Zaffa would block off the entirety of the north. The only other way through would be Boring, which is such a massive way around. I mean, actually, to be fair, Wymas does exactly the same thing. So as it turns out, Wymas is a place that I really should put a starbase. Unless we push up. If we get to Zaphas, then we... or Zaffa, rather, then we could put one there instead. Or we could backfill and build a bunch of the stations. No, I think we're going to go this way. We're going to start colonizing that. Unless there's any reason for us to go up this path, this branch. I mean, Ungubn is pretty much never going to be entered because it's a legendary. So this entire path is actually completely secure, so we can absolutely go and colonize this. This will give us another L gate. And just embiggen us. Regular also needs to be explored. Unless there's anything else that needs to be done. Like colonizing this stuff. It is an Arctic world, 65 miles, 65% habitability. As we get more adaptability, we could probably make use of that. I kind of feel like I should stop growing, though, because we're just so massively powerful anyway. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Zaffa, then we're just going to stop. Hopefully let somebody else consolidate a little. By tracing weak energy trails, most likely left by the spacefaring vessels, one particular asteroid in the cluster was singled out. Closer inspection of the asteroid's surface asserted that the theory of prior space traffic as multiple signs of landing and takeoff were found in the rocky exterior. Sensors also indicate hollowed out areas and tunnels within the asteroid, and the next step is to initiate an excavation to find out more. Keep on digging!
Research concluded.
Dig deeply. Dig greedily. Right, it is time for that blocker, just because we'll blitz through it and get that done nice and quick. And now we can also recruit another whole fleet. I don't think I'm going to call this one the Trade Protection Fleet. This is going to be the Jamie Fleet. The Jamie Expeditionary Fleet. Or the Jamie Protection Fleet. Nah. The other one's the Expeditionary Fleets. Oh no, it's just the Kellen Star Fleet. We'll just call this the Jamie Fleet. Yeah. Actually, I'll call it Jamie App, so it's a bit more clear as to who that's named after. There we are. Did Home Guard ever get rebuilt? It did. Build me a fourth. Because Home Guard is such a critical location.
Fleet enhancement supplied. Fleet enhancement supplied.
Alright. Oh yes, you're on your way to Nikor. You were coming down here to work on the level 8. So you're by far and away the best anomaly person we have.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
A new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the Vinlandic Colonies, led by Admiral Fred. They call themselves the Internal Strength Initiative. Colony gained. Gained administrative control of Costa Mog, formerly a holding of the Penuri State, because we control the starbase. And Penuri State has been successfully integrated. So the Vinlandic Colonies is now bleeding massive. Has that changed our voting at all? 1.4k. We are now double that of the Tajikian. It would basically take Tajikian and Rak at the same time attacking us. Currently. Honestly surprised we didn't get any primitives. Yeah, I mean, I'm always kind of surprised at how few of them there are in Stellaris games, but we've had 0. We haven't even seen any anywhere, let alone in our own systems. Ah, we got some of their ships too. Make sure that these get upgraded.
Construction project concluded.
Oh, and we also inherited all of their science ships and stuff. Did we inherit their leaders? No. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disband these. Because we already have quite a few. Get rid of the construction ships as well, because I need those. I mean, we might need another one at some point. Oh, that's one of my own. I'm not disbanding that one. And then we'll need to merge these up into a fleet. Once we know what the heck is going to go on. Now our Empire Sprawl is really high. Oh, yeah, and we're also going to need to spend some time specializing and renaming their world. So we've got another 4 planets that we do need to rename. So I need some more Norse settlement names. So Panasu Prime seems to be a mixture of everything. Costa Mog is just really small. Vismi seems to be brand new. And Costa Mog. Oh, you got 2 Costa Mogs. An ocean and tropical. Yeah, they don't seem to be specializing at all. Usually turn off the frequency of primitive civilizations at the start because they appear so rarely in default settings. Yeah, it's a bit weird considering like there are a number of different interactions and they're interesting because they can actually become spacefaring and then you get some interesting empires just like arising which the established empires then start fighting over. I'm surprised how little they get used. Those inherited fleets look different because they're from a different species, probably. Alright, so what the hell do I want to do with these guys? It's a lot of housing you have. You are lacking amenities dreadfully. You have moat harvesting traps. Okay. Precinct houses. Do you really need precinct houses? No. Let's replace this with... industry. AI is terrible at planet building, part of the reason it's so bad. Yeah, I remember that being a problem since they introduced the pop system. Which is why you really shouldn't make such radical changes to a game. Because the AI that you built when the game first came out is not built to handle it. Nilsnook, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Well, one thing we definitely want are gene clinics, so we'll go ahead and switch you to that. This actually looks like it's going to have a really good population. So this might well be another bureaucratic center. So we're going to switch this. Actually, research? Let's just go full bureaucracy. Never go full bureaucracy. And I'm tempted to keep the moat harvesting traps, although it takes... It's only one job and it takes up an entire building slot. You know what this needs? This needs... Sanctuary Repose. Alright, Visimi. You are... Amenities and immigration, that's luxuries. Habitability down, happiness down, society research up massively. So this is 100% research planet. However, this is a brand new planet as well, so this is going to need gene clinics. There's also one of the few planets that can actually do food production. Costa Mog is going to be... No, this is a food... Yes, we have a food place! Finally! Alright, precinct house we're going to replace... Well, actually we may need precinct houses in these places. Nah, let's make you a gene clinic. We can refactor things once we kind of have a better idea of how things are actually shaping up. Where is it?